Hello, my name is Garx82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I am just trying to figure out how I want to do this. Now, I've been kind of growing my base organically for almost 120 episodes now, I think. And I think it's finally time that I need to prepare myself for endgame here. Every time I build like a multi-block, I just kind of squeeze it in wherever, and it's getting pretty chaotic. My A network is one big cluster, and I just kind of keep expanding it, and it's not really working out very well. Like these pipes under here, I had to add dense cables over here because I couldn't get it to this, and I didn't want it blocking this, so I really need to organize everything, and I would like to finally get rid of a lot of these LV machines over here. I would like to finally set up a bunch of my storage tanks here. Thought for a second I had 4 million oxygen, but I only have 38,000 oxygen. I've gone through my oxygen like crazy. How have I gone through that much when I'm actually crafting it as well? Is it just not putting it in there? Nope, I have managed to go through a whole lot of oxygen. I don't even know what I'm actually using it for. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, is it? It may be this, the cetane boosted diesel. Maybe I'm going through it. Oh, that's right. I had issues with my channel, so this was turned off. So this dropped a lot because the ammonia wasn't, or something like that. So when I fixed it, it did a whole bunch of crafting all at once. So it probably drained a bunch of my oxygen doing that. All right. But I think one of the main things is I need to figure out how I want to build my base. Now, the base needs to be expanded like tenfold here for all the multi-blocks and everything I want to fit in here. It's quite claustrophobic. One thing I need to do is finally get rid of this, but it's still got quite a bit of oil in this chunk, so I have a small tank here, a super tank, and I'm actually getting the stuff to craft the, I think it's this one. Yeah. I'm getting the stuff ready to craft this super tank, so I can just run this. It stores 16,000 buckets of oil. Not too difficult to make. I have a lot of this stuff. I think I actually just, yeah. So we'll get that going. So I'm gonna get the super tank crafted up, and then so I can run this constantly and finally drain out this thing and move this drilling rig. The other part is I want to expand the base, and I didn't particularly want a large square base, but I feel like we've kind of gotten to the point where I'm just gonna have to kind of break down and just do one large. I'm gonna divide it up a little bit into rooms, I think, but it's gonna have to be expanded quite a lot here. So let me cut and do some work off camera and come back and see what we can do. And we are back, and I have spent quite a bit of time building here. As we can see, I got rid of this wall. I moved my the computer things to this side, created a hallway, and then we go in here, and I haven't moved any of this stuff yet, but my plan is to have 2 rows of machines kind of in here, I think. I'll have another one maybe on that side from like both sides. That's kind of my goal here, and I may even empty this out or clear this out and have some more machines in here. These are basically my auto crafting machines. in here. This is obviously going to be moved when this is finished drilling. We're down to 459, so still got a while to go. On this side, this is going to be all my AE2 computer stuff. So we're going to have our crafting computers in here. We're going to have our molecular assemblers. And what I'm kind of thinking is have them kind of like this. I will do 2x2x4. So 8 interfaces and 8 molecular assemblers. And then have like maybe 4 of those towers. So we'll have 32 interfaces. That'll probably be enough, but I can always expand it if needed. And then the computers, the crafting computers will probably be, they need to be like a square or a rectangle shape. So I'll probably end up doing them like this. Have 1 crafting and then have 4 crafting like storage. I don't know how big I'm gonna make those. I'll probably only have 1 using 64K, but we'll see when we get as we progress, the recipes get more and more complicated and need more crafting. But then we have 2 hallways down here, kind of in the back, and then I can always expand that way if I want to as well. And then underneath, I have completely expanded into 1 large room, which I didn't particularly want, but just with the amount of cabling and crafting and everything that I need to set up, 1 large room makes this a lot easier, especially with the huge amount of multi-blocks that we're kind of getting into here. So I'm kind of planning, I haven't 100% figured this out yet either, but the power gen that I have upstairs, I want that all moved down. I don't want any of that upstairs. So maybe like the boiler and then the turbine, maybe like here. And then I don't know where the chunk laundry is. Again, we could maybe put the diesel engine there, maybe. Like that. I'm probably going to have another turbine, so maybe put another turbine here. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with that. Then I want a central power thing. And I'm not going to do this yet. I can never remember. There it is. Power station. This can store all your power, and then you can do different types of hatches to output instead of using transformers. And this is let's say a 5x5. So I don't know if I want it this close, but I can always move this stuff. That'll be a bit of a pain, but I can't always move it. So what is that? All right, so that's a 5x5 there. So maybe not have this stuff quite right there. Like I said, I haven't entirely figured out where everything is quite going yet. I do like these machines kind of where I have them placed, actually. I don't like those kind of touching, though. I want to have space in between it. Well, I'll probably not have this so close, would be my guess. I could maybe do it there. I don't know, maybe something like that. I don't particularly like how it's all like mismatched, but I don't know. That I will think about at a later date because I don't know where I'm going to put it. So if it's a 5x5x3, and this can expand, I will probably expand it down as opposed to up. Let's say that's like the power. Yeah, 5x5x3, yeah. So I could have this as my central power network. And all my power, no matter where I create it, is all going to get fed into this thing, and then I will have all my output hatches. Like I'll have like you can do input hatch there, or an output hatch there. Like I could do, if I want, I think you can do any. Let's see, can be placed nearly anywhere. The lowest here. Oh, that's the lowest here. That's the... No. So what I'm thinking... We do, like, say this is my HV hatch, so this will output the HV power, and then this will be like my EV hatch, or something like that. And then I don't have to transform it down like I'm doing. I can just output it from the power thing. I actually kind of like that right there, actually. And I am kind of planning on replacing all my LV. I don't want any LV stuff, or even MV, I think. So that's kind of, yeah, like my HV would come out, or my EV would come out there. My HV would maybe come out here. I could even have another HV over here if I wanted. So that is kind of my plan regarding my power. But first thing I need to do is I need to move my AA system, because before I can get anything else set up, this needs to be in a permanent spot. This is not a good location for this. And again, I think I want a central kind of hub. And I'm thinking somewhere that it's not going to get moved. And I think I'm going to go with a 3x3x3. Eventually, I'm going to expand to that when I have some better resources, because the controllers are not cheap to make. So I'm thinking that'll be my central computer, and then I will have all the cables go off of that. Now each of these sides can do 32 channels if I want. We look at this, like 32 channels going in. So I could have all my different P2P things coming off this, and then I could maybe attach the actual P2P thing on top maybe. But I think that's a pretty good location, I think. It's central to the base. And I can run everything wherever I want. Now, let me kind of figure out how I want to move this, because if I break this, my whole base shuts down. So I need to make sure I have everything needed. I did craft up a bunch of cables and dense cables, so I think I am good. And I got my memory card here. So let me just do some kind of mental figuring out here, how I want to run the cables so I can start moving over my AA system. Okay, so I decided to dig out another floor underneath my base because trying to figure everything out underneath here and trying to run cabling and stuff is just so difficult when you can't access the underneath of the machines. So yeah, I decided to do another level. So now I have 3 levels to my base, and then the roof, which I ended up cleaning up all my solar boilers that I had sitting there since up 100 episodes ago, I think. So finally got rid of all that stuff. But I think I'm ready, finally, to get this stuff going. Now, I don't think it's actually going to be quite as difficult as I thought it was going to be. But who knows? I won't know until I kind of get into it. So I'm thinking, do I want to start at the top or the bottom? And also, do I want to be in the floor or do I want it up? Probably up like that, I guess. Let me do that. And I took that off. Let's bring that back. So, I see you over there, Enderman. You can attack me. Or shoot lightning at me. I saw it was a lightning Enderman. Where did you go? He probably teleported. Oh, there he is. No, it's daytime and he can see the sky. He's gonna teleport all around. There we go. Still didn't get him. Alright, shut up with all your Enderman noises. Alright, so let's, I guess we'll do, yeah. Let's just go ahead and do it, I guess. It's always nerve-wracking when I have no AE system. Alright. So this is the P2P network I have right here. This I need to sort out as well. So I need to connect the P2P network and right, it's this one. So man, this is nerve-wracking here because I don't have anything to can't access anything if I forgot. I need to, I'll just go around this pipe. I'm going to move this pipe in a second, but I just want to get this hooked up. So I can at least get power to my controller. All right, so there is the least powered. That is my P2P network, which doesn't have enough cables here. Wonder if that turned on my... No, I didn't think it did. Right, because that is there and they're no longer attached. Don't think I'm gonna move. I don't know if I want my drives and stuff. I'll probably end up moving them. I just don't know where I want to put that yet. Okay, so let's break this because I'm gonna have to access the top. Let's just break that, I think. I just need to get this attached some way, somehow. So Oh, that's not. I'll get it one of these times. Keep moving my magnet off my hotbar. All right, I just want to get that attached, so that should turn on. Yeah, okay, sweet. So I feel a little bit better now that I have that there. Now, I don't know if I'm going to move that. I may. I don't know where else I would put it. It's in a pretty central location. This is obviously not how I want this to look always, but just switch that back to that. All right, so I need to start moving these P2P things over. I guess we can connect this. This is my crafting stuff, and that's only 8 channels, so that will just do that, and then we can break this down. All right, so this is the main, this is powering all the P2P channels here. So we do a bit turned around here. Where is this way? All right, got totally turned around there. Let me open this up a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. So we'll do this, and then we'll attach those to there. P2P there. And then do the same with this. All right, and those should be powered, yes, they are. So we will connect those to, I gotta figure out where I want to do this. Now I'm probably going to do a lot of this connecting and figuring out all this stuff offline, but I'll just kind of go around and connect stuff. So how many we got? 7 channels there. Connect that, we'll connect that. All right, so that's 28. So we'll do this. I'm trying to remember where all my P2P things are. Yeah, that's connected. All right, this is not. This is the problem here. The question is, how do I want to do like we could do this way. Do I have any more cable anchors on me? Does not click it. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember I have 3. Oh, I'm out of cable anchors. What is it? It's just iron, I think, isn't it? Yeah, with a knife, or copper I could even do. I use a lot of copper though. Let's do iron. I feel like that's kind of expensive, but Oh well, I have a ton of iron. Where was I? Underneath. Already getting myself confused here. Right. That will connect there, then I will unconnect that, I guess. And that should split up. I don't know if that's... Probably don't want it like that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably not how I want to do it. Probably want to have it coming in like here, probably would probably be. Yeah, that's probably what I want to do. There we go. So that's not, because the dense cables can't go here. That's the main issue. All right, so that's 3, that's 7, perfect. Now that means all the P2P, the tunnels are all connected because this isn't maxed out. So that's good, and that's good. I don't even know how many I have actually, now that I'm thinking about it. There's one up, there's 2 up there. Don't remember how many. So I don't remember how many channels are on this. 7, and that should be like 15. Yeah, it's definitely gonna take me time to remember that. All right, 15. All right, so let me cut here and then kind of sort everything else out. I don't have to keep doing this while recording. I need to get this one taken care of. But yeah, we'll be back. Okay, so I have hooked up everything. Got all my P2P networks. I added, I think, 2 more. Crafted a couple more to add some more channels just because I was getting a bit full. And I turned these into a PP tunnel, and I also turned this into a P2P tunnel. So this is doing all my disks and stuff, and then it comes off and it's going to all this stuff and over to the farm. I haven't touched the fluids yet, so I have these over here, I have some over there, and then some back here. That those all need to be taken care of, and I'm gonna upgrade them all to, I think, super tanks. At least the ones that I want to keep. I haven't, like, I don't know if I need diluted sulfuric acid. I don't know yet. I'm gonna have to take some time and figure this out. I'm going to upgrade these, I think. Right, this is nitration for my TNT. I'm gonna upgrade these, I think. So the advanced mixer, I will turn that into an HV1, plop it here on the end with a fluid canner next to it. And then, yeah, so this will just be right next to it as opposed to having to go under and do things with item pipes, but this needs to be changed out. But pretty overall, I think, kind of like where this is located, it's easy to access. I can expand it much easier. I can just plop down another dense cable right there, and there we go. We got 32 more channels that I can use, and then obviously this is gonna expand out that way, so I can add them here, I can get them on the sides and all sorts of stuff. So I think that's a good location for that, and I'm not gonna ever have to move it, I don't think. But before we go, I noticed I am struggling on oxygen here. I have 0 oxygen because every time I'm trying to smelt stuff up in my blast furnace, it uses oxygen. And I actually have gone through all the dash that I wanted for the arc lamps. But I have crafted up a electrolyzer and a quick fluid canner. I'm going to set this up really quickly before I finish the episode. And finding a decent place for this is an issue, but I guess right here would probably work. I have enough channels. 21, yeah, I have 10 more channels. I don't know if I particularly want to keep this here. I want to get this stuff out of the way. I'd rather have it over here, but for now, before I wrap up the episode, I'm just going to plop this down here. So fluid canner. Input bus for the hydrogen. Export bus. I may need to add, actually I know I'm going to have to add a conveyor. Do I have any? No, I don't have any conveyors, unfortunately. I need to add this to my extruder, but don't have the thing set up for it yet, so let's do it manually. Oh, what am I? That's right. I moved this cable and I forgot to rehook it up. Just broke my glass. That wasn't intended. Yeah, I wanted this farther down, but I didn't have enough cables on me. Actually, I probably do have enough cables now that I'm thinking about it. But I had to move that to line up with the P2P tunnel. One of those disappear. All right, there it is. All right, now that's hooked up to the crafting table, or crafting. And I totally forgot what I was crafting. There we go. Conveyor. I should probably do the wires on the extruder. I think it would be faster. I don't know though. There is a wire mill multi-block. I may end up probably just building that eventually. So I want to do... What side does it have to be on? I can never remember. Yeah, this is auto gonna... Yeah, it has to be on this one. Import, input file, input from output side allowed. Put that down. That goes to the left, that goes to the right. And then I just need a thing of water. And I'm curious how fast this goes, because the other one was pretty slow. I need a circuit, so I might as well just borrow the one from upstairs, because I don't actually... The only thing I ever use this for is water, so let's just go ahead and break that. Don't even need any of those anymore. Nor do I need those bronze pipes, I don't think. Goes in there, and I think you needed... I actually think by breaking that I actually lost. That... Oh, it has no power. Duh. The other thing that's not the greatest location over here is because the mass fabricator uses a lot of power, so it may not have a lot of power. Like, of course, that's out. Seems like it always runs out when I'm recording. It's getting 484. I hope that's enough, actually, for this recipe. This also needs input from output side, and then that will go back. Is that right? Trying to think here. Right, I need to add a import bus for this. I forgot about that for the oxygen. So, fluid import bus. Hydrogen should go in there. And they go back in there. This is supposed to be an export, not an import. Yep, there we go. I almost put that basic electrolyzer down and it would have exploded and I would have lost a whole lot of stuff there. I just gotta be so careful with that. I feel like, what did I do wrong here? That auto exports. This should auto export back. Do I not need a conveyor? I may not even need a conveyor now that I'm thinking about it. Because I have the A network pulling stuff out, I don't have to. Wow, this has turned into like a really big ordeal here. Usually don't record stuff I've already done before because I have set this up. Input from output side allowed. Input from output side allowed. Alright, and how long is this? It is getting enough power. It's using 480. We're getting 484. And yeah, okay, so I made that more complicated than I didn't even need conveyor belts. Conveyor belts is only if you have to do the output and the input from like different sides. All right, so that's set up. And we're getting oxygen. Obviously I need to do a fluid input bus on the side, so I will do that in between episodes. Next episode, I'm gonna do some more kind of cleaning up around here. I think we're gonna need to do all the tanks. I'm gonna get those set up, and I need to figure out a location of the tanks. Maybe in here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna put in this room. I've lived in this one room for so long, and now it's like emptying out. I don't know. I have a bunch of chests and stuff that is not in the A system. So tanks is something I'm gonna have to do. And I want to start looking into the power station because that I don't particularly like having just a small little thing here though. Ooh, we're almost out because this ran out. So yeah, I want to store up my power a lot higher, and I need to turn some of this off because I'm about to run out of power. Turn that off. Turn that off. Alright, but yeah, I kind of want to replace this with the power substation. I'm just not sure how difficult this is going to be. Take a quick look. Alright, so I haven't done these yet. Vanadium redox power cells. So these look a little difficult. Dense lead, half complete casing. Vanadium gallium. I don't know if we have that. Vanadium steel. That's quite a lot of steel. Oxygen. Alright, so that doesn't look too bad. I need a lot of these though. Is any of this sort of difficult? Copper, a lot of chrome, nickel, and iron. Oh, not too bad. Alright, so maybe look into building that maybe next episode. And then probably just doing some random kind of cleanups around the base and sorting, organizing. A lot of these cables are just so unorganized. But now that I have a crawl space like underneath, it's going to make it a lot easier. Oh, did I forget to hook this up? Well, something happened. Oh, I ran out of power, so my whole thing turned off. Yeah, so that's an issue with running out of power. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Kind of a funny way to end it. You get a diligent and a red princess. Okay, so I'm trying to get diligent here, and I end up getting a red princess. So that's always pretty funny. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.